What's up, everybody? Right now, we're going to talk about why you need to be able to be independent, right? Why you need to be independent, why you need to be able to be independent, and, what it means to be independent, and what it means when you're not independent. What does it look like when you're dependent or codependent on somebody or a certain relationship or situation? Real quick, obviously, I need you to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the videos. Because trust me, the videos are going to be getting more fire and fire over time. I'm going to be giving you guys tons of value, tons of free game. So smash that subscribe button so you can check out all the videos coming up. Give me a like anytime you like the video. As soon as you hear something worth value, and honestly, if you don't like it, then shoot the dislike down. Hit a dislike. It's whatever. But regardless, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel, and obviously, let me know, what you want to hear me talk about in the future. Give me some feedback and stuff like that, guys. So, again, I'm going to talk about why you need to be independent. Follow me on Instagram, Henry Aaron Westbrooks. Why do you need to be independent? What does it mean to be independent? Well, you guys, put it like this. To be independent means you're not relying on anybody. It means you don't depend on anybody for anything. It means you're financially independent, right? It means you don't have to go half on the bills. You're not splitting this and needing someone to give their contribution. Otherwise, you're fucked up, right? Being independent means you are self-reliable, self-sustaining, right? You have enough going on in your life where you have your own foundation. You got your own place. You're not using mommy and daddy's money anymore. You're not borrowing money from friends or family. Right, guys? That's what it means to be independent. Being independent means you don't need to look to anybody else for what you need, okay? It means that you are able to provide for yourself. It means that you're able to do what it is that you need to do without anybody needing to help you. It means you're able to accomplish the things in life that need to get done without the assistance or aid of anybody else, all right? Now, let me talk to you about why it's so important to be independent, and to be, you want to be somebody who's dependable as well, and we'll talk about that later in other videos. However, you want to be somebody who is independent because what happens when the person that you're depending on disappears or breaks the trust or doesn't hold on to their end of the deal? Then what? Now you're going to be stuck in a situation where you got to come out of pocket, or you got to make a sacrifice, or you got to adapt and change things up. Whereas if you just had everything going on independently, you would not be affected by what anybody does or says, or doesn't do or doesn't say, or doesn't contribute, or doesn't, you know what I mean? It wouldn't matter because you got your shit going for yourself. You got your foundation. You got your place. You got your car. You got your bills paid. You're not asking anybody for money. You're not asking for favors. You're self-efficient, right? That's what it means to be independent, guys. It means to be 100% able on your own, right? So there's going to be some key signs. Maybe you're in a relationship or you're in a situation right now with like a roommate or a family where you're not independent, right? And you have maybe a dependency or a codependency on these people or a situation where without that person or without that situation, you would fall, you would plummet, right? And there's some key indicators like, number one, if you are really relying on somebody to pay their half of something, maybe it's the bills, maybe it's the rent, maybe it's the groceries, maybe it's the dinner or the outing, or whatever the case may be. If you're in a situation where you feel like you literally need somebody else to help you out, or else it's not possible, then you're not independent. It means you are dependent, okay? If you're in a situation where you feel like you can't be alone, or you can't do things alone, or you can't accomplish whatever it is because so-and-so isn't there, or they didn't help out, or they're not giving you the attention, so you're changing. You have a dependency or a codependency on that person or that situation, right? You're literally putting more value on that situation or that person than yourself, right? When you could take all of that value that you're administrating to somebody else, it's energy, and what happens is, if you're in a situation where you're depending on people and you're not independent, well, guess what? You might end up draining other people's energy, and eventually it's not going to work out. So you got to realize, put all your energy towards yourself so that you can become independent. And once you are independent and fulfilled and you're a whole individual, right? Once you're wholesome, that's when you can start to reach out and tap into the community and help other people and be selfless and stuff like that. But you don't want to start fucking being dependent on people and then never learn to be independent. All right, you never want to have to be dependent on somebody for your whole life. Like, yeah, you're gonna need to be dependent on your parents in the beginning, obviously, up till maybe age 18, maybe even for college. I know some cultures, their children stay in the house till 20s and 30s. I mean, that's crazy, or whatever you want to say, but at some point you're going to need to be independent, period, bottom fucking line. All right, you're gonna need to be able to be independent. Now, does that mean that you don't involve anybody? No, it doesn't mean that you don't involve anybody and you say, hey, I do everything by myself. No, it means you can and have the ability to be independent, and you are independent in the sense that anybody that you bring into your life is just an asset. They're just an enhancement, right? They're not somebody that you're bringing in to complete you or to fulfill you or to play a part of the deal, right? They're not coming in to make the other half, right? No, they're coming in a situation to literally blossom off of whatever it is that you got going on independently. All right, so bring people into your life that are wholesome as well, and then what it is a healthy bond. It's a healthy lifestyle. You got healthy business partners. You'll have healthy relationships with your friends and your family members and your loved ones. And it'll be a great situation. Being independent, though, is definitely where it starts off. You don't want to come across as that person who's needy or desperate or seeking from somebody else, And obviously, like I said, you're going to need people in certain situations. You're going to need to depend on people in certain situations. However, at the end of the day, you need to be independent, right? You know what that means, and you know what it means when you're not. So I'm not going to go too much deeper on that, guys. Just be independent. Don't need anybody for anything at the end of the day. Like, literally be able to get your shit done, be able to handle life by yourself, because you come into this world alone and you're probably going to die alone, besides, with the people who love you, and maybe you're a big public figure and you got the world that shows up to your service. I mean, that'd be great. The concept is, though, you are going to spend the most time with yourself. You are going to be alone with yourself, and you're going to have to love yourself and be able to provide for yourself, and if you're in a situation where you're blessed, where, you're with somebody who provides for you and gives you stuff and you like that and you don't feel like you need to be independent, and because that situation is great, well, that's okay, but you do run the risk, of losing that situation and things changing and you not being able to hold your own and stand on your own 2 feet, right? You want to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. So, more on this topic later. Let me know what you guys thought about it. I don't really make many notes. I just come off the top of the head and I just think straight through, what I really believe, So that's really what it comes down to, guys. Being independent is so key. Like, you want to be able to be independent. So other than that, guys, stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, stay wealthy. And trust me, you can do it. You don't need anybody to do what you want and accomplish in life. You got it all by yourself. And anybody that you bring into your life is literally just an asset. Remember that, okay? You don't come together with people, situations to complete each other. Do it to enhance each other. Got it? All right. I'll tap in with you later. Tap.